Going live here. This is Hannibal from the HannibalTV.com and a UFC Hall of Famer who I interviewed a couple years ago. Tito Ortiz, the Huntington Beach bad boy, was apparently training at the WWE Performance Center this week. He did tell me in his interview with me that he would be interested in wrestling and doing so for the WWE. They are severely lacking stars these days, and they're having problems creating their own stars. So this is one of the reasons why they're bringing in MMA people. No word on if he's actually signed a contract or anything, but he was certainly training there. By the way, for people asking why Vince McMahon has never gotten into MMA despite him getting into football, it's because most of the top fighters are signed already to big organizations, and there's not as much TV money in MMA as football. Wrestling actually does better in TV ratings, and then MMA and football does way better on average. In other WWE news, it looks like it's going to be John Cena versus Elias at Wrestlemania. I already mentioned before AJ Styles against The Undertaker. And WWE Hall of Famer Ted Dibiase, who is a minister, you could say, but in reality, he just goes around getting paid to give speeches at various churches. A lot of wrestlers do that. Jake the Snake was even doing that for a period of time. His son, Bret, who I guess was under a development contract for a while, is under investigation for embezzling charity funds, according to the New York Post. He also embezzled some of these funds reportedly to his father's ministry. Dibiase's Heart of David Ministries accepted over $2 million in welfare from the state of Mississippi, and to put that into perspective, Mississippi has denied more than 98% of individual welfare applicants, according to the Post. Ted Dibiase, was not indicted personally as part of the allegations. However, his son, who served as a senior official for the Mississippi Department of Human Services, seemingly funneled funds into his father's organization in a multi-year term in office while he was in office for multiple years. The ministry have told reporters that the funds were allegedly used for general church speaking engagements, religious conferences, school assemblies, and wrestling events. Despite this, the organization did not file any tax documents at all over the past 2 years. Bret Dibiase, the son of Ted, was one of 6 people indicted for embezzling more than $4 million in charity funds. According to records, Bret was given a $95,000 a year salary, despite no clear qualifications for his job, and reportedly used $48,000 on rehab for his own drug addiction. So a lot of issues there with the Dibiases. The original Dibiase, Ted, also had drug issues for years. So I was never really a big fan of the $1 Million Man, and anytime I've had interactions with him in person, when I was used as an extra by WWE, he was an agent on some of those occasions, and he seemed like a real stooge type character. And when I've met him at various conventions, he seemed like a massive dick. So, and last thing before I sign out, hi to Anthony Shabbat, John Herrera, and Big 21. Some people think I'm wearing a do-rag. This is an old security hat. It's not a do-rag. I don't know why people think it's a do-rag. I don't wear do-rags. They went out of style a long time ago. The only person that thinks do-rags are still in style is Hulk Hogan.